Alrighty, it's your boy Zxous, and we are back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how long it's going to take a free-to-play player to obtain NIHILISTER if they were to start their account today. So, we're going to, be using all these little things that we already have in the game, plus the information we already have for NIHILISTER, all to figure out how long, it's going to take, right? And so before we get in, make sure you guys subscribe and like. We're so close to 900 subs, and then we're on the road to 1K. So make sure you guys subscribe and like if you like this video. But yeah, somebody asked me to do this video, and I thought it was going to be a funny idea because I actually am curious too. So let's go back to Google Chrome, right? We have our calculator here, or that's Google Docs. That's where we're going to store our info, and then we have our calculator here, right? So if we go back to Nikke real quick. You need 3,600 points to get the first liberation character, right? So before we get into progression and the NIHILISTER, let's just go after the one of the requirements, right? And if we guys look, the requirements are to beat 2031 and obviously own the first liberation. So you get 60 points every single day. But let's say it takes, I want to say it takes 3 days. 3 days to unlock elevator, right? 3 days to unlock elevator. So we're just gonna put 3 days unlock elevator, right? What? Where's my cursor? Okay, cool, sick. Okay, that's just Grammarly. Okay, 3 days to unlock elevator, right? If we do 3,600 divided by 60, which is if we log in every single day after we unlock the elevator, that is 60 days. So that's already 63 days. That's 60 days to obtain let's say liber unit. Let's say 60 days to unlock liber unit. Yeah. So we are at 63 days already. Okay. Let's put a period here. Right, with NIHILISTER, we know that from the leaks, her points are going to be 5,400 divided by, I assume, 60 points again. That's an extra 90 days. Okay, so 90 days to obtain NIHILISTER. Let's say, so that's already, if we do the math there, 90 plus 60 plus 3 is 153. Right. Well. Plus 3 is 153 days. That's just based on liberation alone. That's not with progression. That's with nothing else. Now, in terms of progression, it's kind of hard to say how long it's going to take for you to get from here to here. Let's say 5 months. Let's say 5 months to get from, if you log in every single day, let's say you own Scarlet, right? You log in every single day. Let's say 6 months. Let's say 6 months. Because there are free-to-plays already who have beaten 2031, right? That started from day one. There's people who've already beaten 2031 that are completely free-to-play, that started at the beginning of the month. But the game's been out for 4 months. So let's say 5 months. So let's say 4 to 6 months. Let's say 4 to 6 months. I doubt it's going to be 4 months. I think only if you have Scarlet, then it's going to be a lot easier, right? 4 to 6 months for story, let's say. So 4 to 6 months, 153 days is, let's say, there's 31 days in a month, basically. Let's say divide by 31. That's 4 extra months. So it will take a free-to-play player. Let's say they have Scarlet, like best case scenario, log in every single day, best of luck, all that stuff. They passed the 160 wall early, all that stuff, right? It took them 4 months. That would now be, I guess, 4 plus 4, right? Because 4 just for liberation and then 4 for progression would be 8 months, right? So best case would equal 8 months, okay? Mid case would equal, because 5 plus 4 now, 9 months, right? And then worst case would equal 10 months. So if somebody was to start their account today, right? This is, again, it could be longer than this, keep in mind, right? It depends on that, because I know there's people who started from day one and are still stuck on the 160 wall today. People who started day one and still stuck on the 160 wall today. So keep in mind, let's say minimum it's taken 8 months, right? Very, very worst case scenario based on where you are for the 160 wall. It's going to take you a year plus, 1 year plus, let's say. So this is basically the problem with NIHILISTER right now. Again, NIHILISTER is not a character you need. She's just a very nice character that everybody wants, right? But let's say it takes 4 to 6 plus months for story, 90 days to obtain NIHILISTER if you don't refresh because you're free to play, 60 days to obtain a first liberation character because you're free to play, and then let's say 3 days to unlock elevator, right? 2-3 days to unlock elevator, let's say. I think I unlocked it on the 3rd day. I don't remember exactly. But basically it would take, these are your numbers. If you, best case scenarios, if you get 160 early on, you're ready. Like you have 3 5-star characters, or 5 3-star characters that are already 3-star before you even got to level 160. That's going to be your best case scenario. That's including if you have Scarlet, right? Because maybe your power, your team, again, it's based on your characters as well. But bare minimum, it will take a new player 8 months to obtain 1 copy of NIHILISTER. 1 copy of NIHILISTER, which is a bit ridiculous because that's a free unit, and that's the problem that I have with obviously NIHILISTER being like this, right? I mean, I don't have a problem with her being liberation. I think that's fine. Right? She's free, so I don't have to summon. That's how I see it. It's different for everybody else. I don't want to summon for every pilgrim. If I can get them for free and I have to wait, then so be it. But basically, the problem is the requirements are requirements that guaranteed take long. Even if you just remove like the story progression, that's still 153 days a new player would have to wait. That's just based on liberation, right? Right? But they can't even get to the 153 days because they have to beat story to get that extra 90 days. So it's very, very sad that they have to wait this long. Best case to get NIHILISTER is 8 months, and very worst case, very bad case, let's say, is 1 year plus. 1 year plus to get 1 character that's gonna fall off by the time. Like I'm telling you, NIHILISTER is not gonna be a character. I don't want to say fall off, but NIHILISTER is gonna be replaced. In a year from now, NIHILISTER will be replaced, probably, most likely, right? She'll be replaced by another character. Another burst 2 DPS. I'm sure of it, right? Well, she's a pilgrim, so she probably would be replaced by another pilgrim. But still, 1 year, very bad case. And this is what people are looking at right now, because there's a lot of people who are not even past the 160 wall, and they started a month ago, right? Completely free to play. I know so many free to plays are still stuck at the 160 wall. I started day 1 and I took a 2-month break off of Nikke, and I passed the 160 wall when I came back because I spent money, right? But it's not the same with free to plays. They don't spend money. That's the difference between me, and that's the difference between all whales, dolphins, and free to plays. There's people who spend money to get over that wall, and there's people who have to sit there and pray that they get the character they actually need from their wish list, and they have to wait for those mats to come in, right? Those tickets. They have to wait for events. They have to wait for weeklies and stuff like that for those tickets to come in, right? Because you are not getting, unless you're using your gems on those banners as well, right? But even still, you're not getting a multi every single day, right? You're probably getting a multi a week. So it's very, very bad for free to plays. If you were to start the game now, it wouldn't really matter because again, you're not starting the game. I mean, if you are starting the game for NIHILISTER, then this is very bad for you. But if you're just starting the game, right, it's going to take you this long to get NIHILISTER, but you didn't play the game for NIHILISTER, right? It's just going to take you this long to get this character. So I don't think if you were to start the game today, you should quit because you can't get this character until bare minimum 8 months, like minimum 8 months, like maximum a year plus, right? I don't think you should quit. But if you started playing this game for NIHILISTER and you're not even past the 160 wall, you're not gonna see her until I don't know how long. You're probably not. If you are right now not past the 160 wall, you're probably not gonna see NIHILISTER until like end of this year, probably like early like January, February, if not November, December this year, right? Depending on your progression, depending on how much you move on, right? So it's different for everybody, but this is going to be the numbers, right, on how long it's going to take a free to play to obtain the lister. So let me know what you guys think about this, and yeah.